Stewart, Wesley Johnson, one of the big rookies in the Big Three. And for Dallas, the Millsap brothers, TJ Klein, break to a 2-0 start.
And I mean, they did a remarkable job of figuring it out and winning that game. They should have lost that game, but they made big plays and they made all the right plays late to win it.
Glenn Rice, little hesitation, but he sinks the three.
He's a scoring machine. From all. And another thing that happened late in that game is Millsap started to play really well. I would say the last 10 points.
Jordan Crawford with the first points for Los Angeles. Crawford and Howard on the other side for Power. It's Rice, Monroe, and Millsap as Rice misses the rim on a 4-point shot. An early heat check for Glenn Rice.
I mean, there's a lot of star power out here. Millsap's been an all-star in the NBA. You have Monroe, a lottery pick, Dwight Howard, a Hall of Famer.
And Stewart rims out on the three. This is what the league envisioned, going down to 8 teams. Matchups like this early in the season. And Monroe stepped out against the elite.
One time I had a free run at him, you know, and I'm thinking I'm going to take him out. Oh, it shows off the three ball. He stuck out his elbow. So he is a problem for this league, and especially showing off the three-point shooting.
And I think there's a difference with time getting in shape for the Big Three. He looks good. I mean, he looks really.
Oh, he almost looks more athletic now than he did when he was in 2020. It was weird.
Jordan Crawford, like Howard, played in China and
weak. And that's the entire league.
Yeah. 6 NBA seasons for Jordan Crawford. And Monroe in deep. And Dave Posner says steps.
When it's hitting the rim, it's dying on the rim.
Off glass, too strong. And Millsap will take it. Rainmaker off the mark. Monroe down low, and Millsap for an easy one.
Ball's moving.
You're Dwight Howard. I mean, last week went viral. He got ejected, not suspended. You know, given it's his first week and he's getting acclimated to the league. How much do you think he wants to just get out there and show, hey, it's about basketball for me?
And my friends all watched the Big Three. I thought it wasn't going to be a good fallout. Actually, they liked it. They liked that. It was, you know, like Lance Stevenson and Dwight Howard carrying. So,
yeah.
Even though I know that Ice Cube doesn't want that type of stuff, you're blown away by the physicality and the pace at which it is. And the shot goes in, you're not running back, you're just checking it. This LA team, I'm looking at Dwight Howard, and they could be a force.
Right on cue, just a little too much, and he knows it. Rice, throw it up, and nearly a Larry Bird.
With the refs, for whatever reason, you know, he didn't seem like that in week one. He just kept going. He was down big. He didn't start chirping with the refs or other players. And when he's good, he's as good as anybody in this league.
Way off the mark for Crawford. Millsap lays it in. That's a rare airball three by Crawford.
It is.
Howard from the arc to the rim, blocked by Monroe.
3 basketball. Clock is low.
2 to shoot.
Not sure he recognizes it.
And he got it off, but he throws an air ball right to
49-41 and won 51-49.
A 10-0 run to close. Howard fouled from behind by Monroe. That's only the first on the Power. You throw in the Millsap brothers and Monroe.
Good team.
And that's a good team.
Yeah, it's a good team. It's a good team. I'm telling you, if Rice keeps it together all season long, then they're a good team.
That not the shot he wanted.
4-pointer from Rice. He can hit those shots.
Yep. And there is Lady Magic, our friend Nancy Lieberman. Wesley Johnson off the mark. Millsap, the bruiser. Here's the matchup, one-on-one. Howard, running hook shot, popped out. Howard so far with 3 points. Monroe out of the post. Rice, the runner, just like the game winner last week.
Getting that double team.
And 10 straight points for Dallas. Crawford, the fake and the finish, and the crowd with the
threat to pull up, so those hezzy fakes are going to work for him.
15-9 Dallas. Millsap for power. With 4 to shoot. Gets Howard up. Spin move to the left and a finish.
For the first half of last week, but looking really good right now. Whatever it was, he found it. That's how I'd be feeling too if I'm Nancy, because if Millsap is great, which he can be, the team can be a really special group.
That's good basketball and a swipe by Rice. But before that, violation, 14 seconds. Brooklyn played at the Rucker. Fist pump there from Lady Magic. Backdoor, TJ Klein collects and scores.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like when you got to keep an eye out, he just keeps constant movement. So last year, they had Austin who could stretch the floor. This year, it's different, right? They have Dwight Howard, or they have to figure out their whole spacing thing.
Now, Perry Jones is in for LA, number 7, with Stewart and Johnson. He was part of the enemy's teams early on out of expansion. Jones fade away, and that's good.
Yeah, Perry can score the ball.
3 years there. A few overlap with Durant, and then one after he left. Rice step back for 3. Get his own rebound. Another one is good.
He is, but he plays so much off of feel, and that's why I don't think Nancy was upset about him taking that 4-point shot.
Wesley Johnson trains the 3.
Yeah, he can really shoot the ball.
9 NBA seasons, Scal. And he's now in a pre and post TV role with New Orleans.
Yeah.
Millsap with 3 to shoot over Stewart. Raise the rim. Klein, quick release.
TJ.
First to 25, and now John Millsap in the game for his brother. And Paul will get a breather for the final possessions. High dribble by Jones was jarred loose. It'll stay on this end with 5 to shoot.
Perry Jones going to get caught on this.
Jones actually turned it over. And let's see if they switch it back. Now it's white ball. So LA will get it. No, Power will get it. And there's Klein. Not there, but Rice is going to shoot a free throw for 2.
It's Glenn Rice Jr. But I guess if you got it, why not?
Nick Young. I mean, the balance, Brian. Millsap this half with 12. Rice with a Klein with 4 and a couple of assists. Rice bodies into Stewart, and he's denied.
A lot of contact on the red lobs.
Yeah, those USC guys, man. You guys,
they guard.
They guard.
Nick Young.
Crawford misses. Monroe inside from Georgetown. Popped out. And there's Stewart. Swings for Johnson. John Millsap. His second Big 3 season. Klein spins, but it rims out at every piece of the iron. Turnover and thrown right back.
That's just Millsap not knowing when you figure it out. Oh.
Jordan Crawford drive and kick. Johnson off the heel of the rim. Now, if you're to halftime at 25, but you've got a chance to maybe steal a few more points before the break, right?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you got to keep playing. You got to try to cut that lead down.
Howard back in. Crawford on a clear out, wave it off. As Klein
expecting more with Dwight Howard and Stewart and Crawford, more pick and roll. Because a lot of times teams in this league switch. Howard's a matchup nightmare if he gets any type of non-big on him.
He's got Monroe now, but he lost it. And the benefit of the whistle, Monroe.
Fields today has been less physical than in the past, but they have made that call. That might have been the point of emphasis from week 1 to week 2.
Howard bobbles it out. Was Millsap there to Howard? 8-time All-Star going into the Hall of Fame in Springfield this summer. Spin by Crawford, finish not there. Bobbled by Stewart off his chest. Says no.
Off power.
Off TJ, rimmed out for Howard again. He's had a number of those in this first half. Millsap, the crossover. Lost it into Howard. He's stripped. LA ball. See if the shot clock. Sometimes the game just gets stuck in the mud, right, at 24.
You know, with back in the day with Joe Johnson, it would be the flare rescreen. They ran that every time things got bogged down. Like, I don't know if people have found their go-to plays.
In and out for Rice. Millsap, big rebound. Four-time All-Star Millsap will get a free throw for 2. In Oakland, first week, the lower leg injury was done for the season, and that came against the three-headed monsters. But here he is. He's back, new team with his brother. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I mean, a year, just for him to be at this stage of his shape and his game only a year later, really tough to stop. But they got to go out there and do it, and that's the first play they're running is that high pick and roll.
He's coming our way. Howard inside to the left, and he gets the bucket to go.
Yeah, I would get Dwight Howard an inch on you going to the basket, and you're on his hip. You're done.
Millsap missed the rim. Howard, the big addition to the league. Dallas, you have a chance to go 2-0 to start the season. There's a lot that's going to happen in the next 30 minutes that could really have major stake.
We'll play everyone, so ties aren't going to be up to chance anymore. It's head-to-head. You got a tie with a team, you played them. How did you do against that team? So a lot of good things happening right now in the Big Three, but every win's important.
Rice off to Monroe, handoff. Couldn't get his own board. Howard there. Will bring it out. Against Monroe, and scores again.
It's a good job by...
And 3 points in the first half, 2 buckets already in the second. Monroe, offensive rebound, but stripped by Howard. Now they got him in his spot. Fades, can't finish. Paul Millsap against Wesley Johnson. Johnson played 9 years in the NBA. On the switch against Howard. Monroe off balance. Jordan Crawford to his left. 2 years ago, as Rice connects from 3, and Power leads by 11. The big first week in Chicago. He fires here and nails that one.
Yeah, I think last year they were destroying teams. Crawford, when he went on that tear when they won the championship, and that's from the deep part of the 4-point logo, he was on fire. He was tough to deal with.
Now that is a jersey pull that at some point.
I think the movement has been working for Crawford.
Finds Johnson. 29-21 Power. Millsap in deep. And Monroe, the cut, but it popped out. Howard. One-legged Crawford fade. And Rice there to rebound. Millsap straight on. And back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams have not been hot from three.
From four, Crawford sticks it.
He said, if we're not hot from three, I'll step back to...
Build around a core and the pieces just aren't there.
So this is...
And it's not popular with LA. They're still pleading with Ian McClenny.
I mean, they could ask to review it, but they'll lose that challenge.
These officials today in Game 4, Dave Posner, Ian McClenny, Danny Basile. Know the league, know the rules. Nice little off there. Yeah, Power with that free throw and answer. Up 33-25. Perry Jones not there. Rice tried to rip it away. Elijah Stewart for two.
More than capable of doing it. A lot of the reasons why Crawford's points went down is because Stewart's points went up.
Roll to Monroe on the deck and knocked out. Buys himself that little bit of extra time.
Yeah, the players continue to move the needle and trying to find out ways to get away with travels, right? Yep. Is this legal? Is this not? Like, and that's a legal move that everyone does now.
Wesley Johnson. Rice running rebound. He's been active both weeks on the glass. Drop step, Monroe to the basket for two.
Monroe, watch the contact and the spin when he steps in front and lays it right up.
And Perry Jones camped out. Rice sneaks in there. Good defense by Stewart, but Monroe in the right spot to clean it up.
Right there with the mirror.
Enjoying this final game of the day. The close of the four-game slate in Baltimore. Crawford cut off, and Howard with clock.
That's a joke.
That was like you described the story.
No, that's what it was. That's not sure what he can do on that. Look, as strong as anybody I've ever played against.
I mean, when he came out of high school into the draft, he was the #1 pick in 2004. You look from Orlando, Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about a generational defender.
Oh, yeah. There's that move again right there. Rice going right, but somehow getting the ball.
Lead is 10 for Power. Crawford trying to point shot.
You away from the screen because there's no help at all.
Yeah, Crawford money. 8-point game.
Generate points here, so. And LA can get hot. This game is far from over.
Well, I know. Howard got a piece. Crawford quickly throws it up, around and down. 19 points, make it 17, excuse me. Millsap sizing up Dwight Howard. And Rice. And Stewart with the box out.
Oh, good steal.
Elijah Stewart resets it. Step back for three. Millsap waits, collects, fires. And now Johnson one-arms it. Drop step, Howard. Millsap took it, tipped it in. We went to Little Italy, did the early bird special.
I kind of figured that.
Fra Diavolo, done by like 7:30. A great time here in Baltimore. Beautiful weekend, even with the heat, as Crawford able to answer out of the timeout for LA.
6 points. This is a big possession for Dallas.
Glenn Rice Jr. Howard lurking. And Stewart is called for the
Careful. And Rice was going to shoot this shot. There's the grab right there.
By the way, Power with 5 team fouls. Howard the swipe. Jordan Crawford. Movement here against Millsap. Stop and go.
Man.
What a move. And the finish by... The lead down to 4 for Power was 12 at the break. Rice off glass. Here's Howard. Crawford lurking, corner 3. Rice behind the back.
Ooh.
And he's going to shoot a free throw fire challenge. Thinking about it. And here we go.
Yes.
Red Lobster, so Glenn Rice Jr. against Elijah Stewart.
See, Jordan Crawford is carrying the load right now, so gives him a little time to sit on the bench.
Rice leaner, and Stewart again with the stop for LA.
Bring Monroe back in. This is the big stop right here. Nice shot. Just hit the back iron.
Crawford just walked towards us inbound. He is breathing heavy,
Oh, yeah.
to your point.
But when he goes 1,000 miles an hour here. He's not going half speed through these. There he is breaking through the ball.
Knocks down the 3, and it's a 1-point game.
Crawford is working right now.
It's 26. Rice off balance. Tap no good for Monroe. Klein, that's no good. And out of bounds off Rice. Howard set a big screen. Stewart will fire. Gets the bounce, and LA down 12 at the break. With
Move people around. You don't want to play against a team that has Dwight Howard in the paint without getting him on the move.
Is it Glenn Rice time? Junior backs down Crawford. Turns, denied. Gets it back. Again, banks it in.
He worked for that one.
Crawford. He's got the space. Klein clears. Rice on an island. Why not? I think he was shocked he was so open. A steal. Howard with the stuff.
Dallas is falling apart right now. That's a steal off of the rebound. But give LA credit. Like, Crawford's making the shots and they're making the defensive plays.
Glenn Rice Jr. can't answer. Klein, smart running rebound. One-legged fade. It's good.
Klein made a big time.
1-point game. Power 45-44 lead. Stewart, his jersey pulled in traffic. Scores in a foul.
He was hit on the trying to challenge, but you can't challenge this. Can't challenge this. It's a made shot. Watch the play. Ball back.
They're in the bonus.
Big miss.
And Klein's fouled by Johnson, but that's only their third.
Find ways to score here.
All right, we'll reset it for you. For Power, Glenn Rice Jr., Greg Monroe, and Paul Millsap against Stewart, Howard, and Wesley Johnson for Los Angeles. Offensive on the screen. And Klein's been teed up from the bench.
No, that's not right. He's been talking to me. He's talking to me. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. He asked me, is that a foul? I told him it is a foul.
He just...
And I don't think this is right. I don't think this is
Or
right.
was this the...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good challenge by Nancy. It's the first on-the-floor foul with 46 or more points. So there should be a side out. No challenge. But they're going to do it. Unless I missed an on-the-floor foul, which I don't think I did.
Bring the Fire, presented by Red Lobster for the game. Stewart denied. Millsap kept it.
Smart move going inside here. Oh.
Off Johnson.
Millsap wants to foul with the...
Probably starts with building a facility in Secaucus or somewhere in New Jersey.
They got it right here.
Extra angles, but they got it right.
8 point.
Howard and LA seeking their first win. Stewart just swarmed and clotheslined and horse-collared. And here comes Ian McClenny.
I think it's got to be Dwight Howard shooting the ball. It was on the screen. It can't be on... Well, maybe not. Rice wasn't close enough to Stewart to foul him.
Yeah.
That's how good the screen was, so not sure what's going on.
LA, their first win of the season. And Dwight Howard with a sigh of relief. Stewart, Crawford, the former enemies. Some big plays down the stretch as well. And that man's a winner for the...